The time is now 6:21 and it is time for What's Trending. Well, something in pop culture that happened recently was Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are now parents. In a post on 39-year-old Chopra's Instagram page Friday, the couple announced that they are overjoyed and confirmed the child was carried by a surrogate. The gender or name of the baby wasn't given, and it makes 29-year-old Nick the last of the Jonas brothers to become a father. Kevin Jonas has two daughters who are 5 and 7 years old, and Joe Jonas has a 1-year-old daughter. So I was so excited to see this because it made like national headlines because like they had such a whirlwind romance and everything, and they had multiple weddings across the U.S. and India and everything like that to celebrate her heritage and his heritage. And so it's just been such a cool following of their love life and their new family, which is going to be so beautiful.
Absolutely. I think they are the cutest couple. I love them. I'm kind of a pop culture nerd. Like me. So seeing all this kind of stuff is really exciting for me. I love to talk about this, and I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really follow up much on it, so I'm not as into it as much, but definitely a huge congratulations to them, though, to be able to welcome a new addition to the family, and some exciting news there for them.
I can't wait to find out like what gender it is and what they name it, because they have two completely different cultures, so it'd be interesting to see how they choose the family name.
Maybe a mixture of the two.
Absolutely, and hopefully maybe it inspires a new Jonas Brothers song. They could get back together and talk about, you know, sing about their new child.
Or maybe their kids could all start a band.
That would be so exciting. Jonas Brothers Part 2. Well, in other sweet news, there are some sweet treats with sweet sayings. You know the ones, sweethearts. And I personally love sweethearts. Well, for Valentine's Day, gift-giving enjoyment this year, you'll find 16 new sayings on the Candy Conversation Hearts. You know, little words of encouragement. Everything from you got this, high five, crush it, and you the best. Don't worry, the classic sayings haven't gone anywhere though. You can still ask someone to be mine in sugar form. Well, as I said, I absolutely love these candies, which I think is kind of a hot take because I know a lot of people think they're disgusting, but the yellow ones are specifically my favorite. Ever since I was a kid, I would pick out all the yellow ones and eat them first and then try to trade people when you got the Valentine grams in elementary school to get more yellow ones because I really loved them. So I'm excited about this.
I'm on your hot take. I love these too. I think they're so yummy, and I love the crunch when you bite into them. Even though they have like that chalky texture, I think they're so good. And having like those sweet little sayings on them, like it's so cute, especially in primary school, and you could like give them to your friends and stuff.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's interesting though that many people may not like them because I think they're okay. I haven't had them in a long time though, but maybe I should change that this year. Maybe enjoy some of those. But yeah, I mean, I think they're really good too. It's cool that they're adding even more sayings on there, so kind of change up the variables just a little bit more.
Diversify the portfolio.
Diversify it.
Yes, very exciting.
You can always add more diversity. But meanwhile, though, the Antarctic has been called planet Earth's last true wilderness, a spectacular region of vast untapped discovery, and it seems fitting then that it was the scene of what one zoologist speculated may be one of the largest gatherings of fin whales ever documented, and cameras captured what was estimated to be more than 1,000 whales gathered in a 5-mile wide area in the Southern Ocean. The incredible moment was captured by scientist and photographer Connor Ryan, who said his mind was completely blown as he took in the sight. Aboard the polar expedition ship, the National Geographic Endurance, the Gargantuan. Thank you. I actually got it right for once. The gathering of fin, blue, and humpback whales in the same region where whaling nearly drove the species to extinction was an emotional and welcome sight to Ryan, who describes himself as a whale nerd. And you know, just looking at that video right there, it was just really cool to see that the whales are doing well, though. We're trying to do our best to help nature out, trying to keep these species around because they can do good for the environment, though. And it's great to see that the whales are doing well. You can see this on photography, though. And thank you for the help on that word, too. You say it a few times, but sometimes you don't see the spelling for it. So it's like, so it gets a little interesting.
So I know we talked about monkeys yesterday, as I don't like them, but I love whales. So like growing up on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, we had Martha's Vineyard, which was known as like the most place for whaling and everything like that. So I love like the whaling museums, everything about like whales, their baleen, everything about them, and just like the history around it. So it's really cool to see that the whaling population is coming back, especially when like you have shows like Whale Wars trying to prevent other people from going after them. And I just think it's really nice to see something so majestic like that back in the wild.
Absolutely. I mean, that footage is breathtaking, and I can only imagine the photographer getting to see that in real life. That's wild and so cool.